Alright, so this stream is going to be very similar to the last one, where I fill an inventory full of gems, and then I'm planning to do one clear of Arcane Sanctuary and Travancore in 1.06, and then one or two inventories full of junk in 1.07, and then depending on how I feel, I might continue um, the Amazon. It's cold outside in 1.14. Oh yeah, I need to cast battle orders. Or I will die. Okay. I'm pretty tired, so the gameplay might be more poor quality than normal. I think it's how I'll say that. Even lower skill. Skull, ruby, potion. And I have, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have 7 mules full of gems. Let's see, 10 mules makes 400 gems total. So I guess I need 200 mules to get 1,000 sapphires. Is that right? No, there's 7 types of gems, not 8. But still quite a few. It's actually a shockingly depressing number. And when I reach 1,000 sapphires, and I already have some, so I won't actually need quite that many mules to reach 1,000 sapphires. But when I reach 1,000 sapphires, then I would do a stream where I roll mana per kill rings on a level 19 character, which is a suboptimal character level for the normal goal of rolling fast cast rate, mana per kill, magic rings. But I want fast cast rate, mana per kill, magic find rings. So it is the optimal level for that combination. In the 1.06, my goal is 522 rings, unidentified, so that I can do an identification stream. And then the goal there is to get a, well, first of all, just to get like some really busted OP classic rings. But also, I specifically want a faster cast rate ring with more than 30 magic find. And then in 1.07, of course, that guy picks up all the gems he finds to roll cube recipes. I think the barbarian doing Travancore in 1.07 doesn't really have any specific item he's looking for the druid. I had just a while ago, well, maybe a year ago now, agreed to a race to 5,000 runs with someone, and then they left, and so I was like, sweet, I don't have to do the runs now. And now they're back. Uh, so now we're racing to 5,000, and the other player is very much ahead of me. Not quite twice. But that's okay. I don't have to win, I just have to find some cool items along the way. In the video that I intend to post tonight, but have not recorded yet, it's going to be another Travancore 200 runs drops video. And it will have the highest rune that I have found in 1.07 so far in this current iteration of my stashes. Many years ago, like 12, I found a Vex rune in 1.07 from Lower Kurast Super Chest. But this past week I found the highest rune that I have dropped from a monster ever in 1.07. One thing to consider is not only are the runes much more rare in older versions than in modern, but in 1.07 in particular, the named council members have a broken treasure class, and so they are only able to drop runes up to Thull. So you have to get high runes up to Chom. You can only be done from the minions. And I just dropped a very nice nugget of knowledge on my live viewers that I'll probably say again at some point. It might even be in tonight's video. I don't need this potion. Hello? A nugget of knowledge. Interesting. I'm imagining like, you know, in Dungeons and Dragons, like eating a chicken nugget and it makes you smarter. I guess it would be like, is it Virgil? The chicken in Mighty Max? I think his name was Virgil. I suppose if you ate Virgil chicken nuggets, they would probably make you smarter. Since he was, like, he knew everything. He even knew how many fingers Max was holding up behind his back. There was a time, and it may still be true, I haven't looked recently, that you could watch all of Mighty Max on YouTube. On just like some random person uploaded all of Mighty Max. Now they're a bit stronger on copyright than they were 15 years ago, so it might not be up anymore. I wonder if that's a like a taboo word, like a negative algorithm word to say copyright. I saw a funny meme, well, I thought it was funny, about like future historians and archaeologists studying our current time period are going to think that there's a newly formed religion where the god that they worship is the algorithm, because everything that this sect of people do, they do to please the algorithm. 8. See, this group of counselors is really nice to me. They're dropping lots of gems. The ones, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it might have been 2 days ago, my last stream. They weren't nearly as nice, and they only dropped like 0 to 1 gems per run. These guys are dropping like 3 every time. So thank you very much, nice counselors. One of the things that I can eventually do with some of the gems that are not sapphires is that 2 topazes and a ring makes a ring with lightning resistance, and in both 1.07 and 1.08 that is not limited to magic rings. It can generate set rares and uniques, and so you could, in theory, get a SOJ with up to 36% lightning resist. The similar recipe, Ruby Exploding Potion Ring, could give you an SOJ with up to 36 fire resist. And the similar recipe, Emerald Antidote Potion Ring, could give you a SOJ with up to 36 poison resist, which would be a really interesting item for a energy shield sorceress to have. Would be SOJ with poison resists. The recipe, which I don't know if I really want to do myself because it's very expensive, one of each color perfect gem and an amulet also is not limited to magic amulets, and so you could get a all resistance set rare or unique amulet up to item level 64, I think. And in that way you could theoretically get Tal Rasha's amulet with all resistances. And the poison resist can roll, I think, as high as 72, and the others go up to 36. And they each roll individually, which is interesting in itself. Let's see, skull, and then I can ditch something like this. Skulls are better. Do I have a flawed diamond? Yeah, the emerald is better. Okay, so that's good for him. So now I'll wait a few seconds for the game to make sure it actually closed, and then load 1.06 and go stare at some burning souls. Is that what they're called? Oh, right. This guy. Yeah, you need a new map. Thank you.
Greetings.
Mouse wheel was working in 1.0. I think I told one of my viewers that mouse wheel doesn't work in 1.0. So you might have to go in and manually put it in. Like that. So, sorry viewer for lying to you. I also created a Discord server. I should probably get an invite link that I can type into my message box here and show on screen. But I haven't done that yet. And it's very generic and blank. It was like, click new server, done. Alright, mission accomplished. I've had 2 viewers ask me about Discord servers, and previously I sent them to another YouTuber's server where I am active. But that's not a good long-term solution, and it's probably kind of rude. To use someone else's server as my home base. So I started a server. Hey, y'all get to die. Aw. I'm very chatty today. Of course, I say that having run out of things to say, so. Ooh, souls. I think partially the fact that I am so tired affects how much random whatever I say. Okay, let's see how many of these guys I have. They think there are 5 of them. Okay, so there's 4 and 5. Okay, now there's 4 of them. Let's go back to town. Yeah, I think there's 4 of them. Gamble. Buy. Town portals. Oh, the perfect amount. 1 LA from the perfect amount. Okay, and then I'm gonna run around like this and hope I don't attract any more of them. And the reason I run around is that for... Oh, you get to die. Is, if you stand still, then they'll all start to melee you. And you don't have enough damage reduction in Classic to handle that much melee. Melee? I call it melee, whatever. I think I used to say melee, and now I say melee, probably because of Super Smash Brothers, which I don't play. I think the only fighting game I ever beat was Killer Instinct. And I beat it as... I was either Spinal or Glacius. And I didn't really have that. Why aren't y'all doing the thing? Hello? There they go. Hopefully they think there's 4 of them. Yeah, that's 4. Good. Now I can drink some water. Good. I think I've already explained the purpose of the Amazon in 1.14 is to run the Travancore, or to test running the Travancore as a freezing arrow Amazon. Additionally, I'm considering making a charged bolt sorceress to go versus quest bugged Duriel, and then kind of see who farms facets better, Duriel or Council. I expect it will be Council because there's more of them, but who knows? And I need a lot of facets because I want 10 plus 5 gold facets for my switch for the Hurricane Druid. He won't need Call to Arms. If I can ever get 1.10a running on this computer, then I would also want to just to have one or two farm the beta Bullcathos Wedding Band, which is +2 to all skills instead of +1, and potentially make a beta Call to Arms or a beta Bramble and a beta Crescent Moon and a beta Delirium, all of which have higher stats than the final versions, and they keep their beta stats if you forward them to the final version. So that's single player only, just like 1.07 is. But that's fine, because literally everything I do is single player only, since I don't play D2R. Well, no, I don't actually know if, because I know they have non-D2R Diablo 2 on Realm. I don't know if they still get the same patches or not. Hello? Are y'all doing the thing? They are. Nice. Or if they're still at, version 1.14. I don't know. I sorted my several Lego sets today by the number of pieces they have, so that if I feel inspired to record building a set, I can do so, starting with the smallest. That way, by the time I get to the biggest one, if there's any additional effort that I'm going to be putting into making the video, it will be already understood and part of my routine by the time I get to the best set. And I'm thinking what I might do is, since I don't really plan to make multiple channels for the multiple topics, then I would have like different times of day that each variety of video releases. So like Diablo 2, I'll post at midnight my time, or to go live, and then maybe like Legos I would schedule for 8 a.m. to go live, and then cooking videos for like 4 p.m. or something like that. But I might just, put everything at midnight. And I'm sure if I post lots of stuff that's not Diablo 2, that will probably annoy some of my early subscribers who came here for that specifically, but it is what it is. I'll make videos of things that I like. Those would be much less frequent because Legos are expensive, and My intent with the food videos is that they would be like meal prep for lazy people like me, and so at most that would be like every 3 days, but probably once a week or less is what I would imagine. Let's see, I don't need this belt and I don't need this boot. Nice. Uh-oh. If I remember, at the end of the run, I will demonstrate and then clip. Actually, no, I have it already in a video. I can go find and clip that if I really want to. Like jumping caddy corner from one branch to another. One of the viewers asked about that yesterday. So I should probably find an example of that in whatever video it was. Where Slow Walk cleared the Arcane Sanctuary and then jumped across the corner and got stuck. Soft locked the game. I don't even think he was able to take a town portal. I can't remember if I tried. Boots. Ring. I know people on Reddit and probably elsewhere joke about every ghost that dies over the void would have dropped a jaw rune. Well, for me, every ghost that dies over the void would have dropped a ring.
Good day.
Thank you. 3 concentration, 2 blessed hammer. Interesting. It's too bad it doesn't have 2 paladin as well. And castrate. That would be pretty OP. I probably still would not make a Hammerdin, maybe in a later version. 1 barb, 6 mana, 29 light. 1 barb, 7 mana. 22, 22. Okay, I'll keep 7 mana. Yeah, my resistances are already fine. One thing that I don't know if I've ever mentioned is in Classic, the resistance penalty for Nightmare in Hell is much less than in Lord of Destruction. And so when you combine that with the fact that rare items can get up to 49 to a single resist, it's pretty easy to go ahead and max out all your resistances. Should probably stop humming, that might be copyrighted. That was a sample. I was looking on the NewTubers subreddit, and there's like lots of posts about making your intro and your script better to get more viewers. And I was like, man, these people are like really trying hard. My intro is like 8 seconds of silence while you stare at OBS, infinitely iterating into the distance. High quality stuff. And like, I know there are Diablo 2 people that make scripts because like Cooley and Llama exist, and I've seen Sweet Phil as well. He seems to be pretty big for a Diablo 2 channel, and he puts out a lot of stuff. I think. When I looked at his channel, I didn't think, wow, he doesn't put out anything, and so therefore I concluded that he put out a lot. And then I guess I haven't really watched any of his stuff, but maybe a more accurate comparison for would be Ryu Quetzalcoatl, because he does speedruns, I think, and so I would be surprised if he writes a script for his videos. And he just does speedruns, right? I used to do speedruns for Super Mario World, and you can find on YouTube and on archive.org, I think it's still on YouTube, my speedrun of Super Mario World as Small Mario only from 2000 and see, it was done in 2006. I don't think it got uploaded until like 2011. And then my tool-assisted speedrun, I'm not sure what year that was. 2007, maybe? Of Super Demo World 120 exits. And I discovered the Yoshi springboard zip, or the Yoshi trampoline zip, while doing that run. Let's see. No. No. Why did, what? I never run to the portal. So when I mentioned earlier that I'm tired, it's because I've been having trouble sleeping lately. Not really sure why. And so last night I slept for 0 hours. The only thing I can think is that I've gotten off of caffeine, and I was previously drinking a lot of caffeine. Well, I say a lot. For many people, they probably consider it normal, but I consider it a lot. Up to 300 milligrams of caffeine a day, and straight to zero. So that might be affecting my sleep. Right in the face. I wonder if I can jump here.
I can't.
No?
Impossible.
Okay. Warfork. Flamburger. It always weirds me out when somebody walks by my window. There's a sidewalk right outside my window. Wow, that's all I picked up in this whole branch. Amazing.
Good day.
Let's see. Is there a corner within reach? Maybe. Let's try leap attack.
Impossible.
No? Okay. Alright, well, what was that boot? No good. Alright, so that was one run of 1.06. And so now I'll do 1 or 2 stash fulls of junk. So that, let's put it right there. And 1.07. I think this stash is already kind of mostly full. Yeah, because I stopped at 1200 runs on the run counter to move my screenshots to the appropriate folder. Oh yeah, I need to turn on the run counter, speaking of. Let's see, this one. This one. Put it right there. Okay. That. I guess I can't count. I wasn't even counting. Because I don't know how many were upstairs that I already horked. I typically will go ahead and count to 11 while horking to make sure that I got all of the council members. Yep. One to maximum damage small charm. It is Tuesday. Hello? Okay, so now I will have to count to 13. Okay, you get to die. Because you annoy me. I'm not going to pick up the diadem. I already have a couple of it. I don't think it rolls. Let me identify it and see if it looks like it rolls. It doesn't look like it rolls. Okay. The easiest way, if you're like, wow, I really want Ravina's diadem, and you don't want to do infinite MF, then the easiest way would be to get a rack that drops diadems. One thing about 1.07 that's interesting is you cannot imbue circlet type helms because they spawn automatically magic or better. So they can't spawn as plain white items. I don't know why I picked up the orb. So if you get a circlet rack, then in theory that's a good target to run for 320 circlet. In practice, it still takes thousands of runs to get a useful 320 circlet. And then if you want 2 sockets, you have to bring it forward to at least 1.10. Because up to 1.09, the circlet can only have 1 socket.
I am overburdened.
I'm sure you feel that way. Mm-hmm. I'm sure someone with an off-the-wall build is going to be upset that I dropped that amulet.
Stay a while and listen.
Did I pick up an L rune? No. Good. Okay. I looked online on old archive.org. 3 shapeshifting, 2 fireclaw. And for the 1.08 uniques, which are similar to 1.07, and I thought I needed level 83 for Gladiator's Bane, but apparently I need level 85. So I don't have to rack that until I'm level 85. And I have my Amazon who does the shopping at L6. She has a wire fleece rack, so she'll be able to get that for me. I collect the perfect skulls from the gem shrine. I'm not sure what I want to do with them. Do I want to roll circlets? Do I want to roll circlets using SOJ? Do I want to roll not gems, jewels in 1.08? Which can get up to 6 affixes. I think I would like some interesting 1.08 jewels. And if I decide that that's the case, even though I probably wouldn't really have much of a use for them, other than to be pretty.
I can't carry anymore.
So if I do decide that's the case, then I'll have to consider, what's this? Whether I want to farm SOJ specifically for that purpose, or just use as many SOJ as I have and then switch over to 6 perfect skulls at a time. And if I farm SOJ on purpose, then I would probably want to host a game in multiplayer, TCP/IP. And then join with the guy that's supposed to be farming, and then check the map to see if it's a map that regularly drops rare rings, which can upgrade to SOJ.
I can't carry anymore.
That way I can mule off by rejoining the multiplayer game without losing my map, because if it's still
I
open,
am overburdened.
then the map stays the same. And that sounds super tedious to me. Rolling maps like that. Bonkers.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm sure you think so. Okay, let's go gamble some circlets.
Good day.
And possibly heavy gloves. Because heavy gloves can upgrade to vampire bone gloves, which are a crafting item, or a crafting base. Okay, let's mule off. Ital W. No crafting runes that time. Oh, that's because I only did this much. It wasn't a full stash. No good. I was just checking that jewel to see if I'm keeping it or if it's a crafting jewel. Let's see, this button, this button, this button. Repair.
What you need?
Thank you. I heard a jewel. heard a gem. I think I might have seen it, but I'm not sure. I did see it, because I thought it was a sapphire, and it was. You can see the color of the jewel as it pops up into the air. Jewel, not the color of the jewel, the color of the gem as it pops up into the air. The jewel you cannot tell as far as I know. Pick this up for water wallets. You're welcome. I do have, I think, a runic talon and on one of my characters that I was throwing Ort runes at for a while for crafting. The potential is very high, of course the odds are astronomically low. When they spawn with fanaticism or might, make sure you use your range. Really, when they spawn with conviction, you should use your range as well in case one of them is multi-shot lightning enchanted. Unless you just have like really stacked lightning resists.
I am overburdened.
Okay, I want that razor bow. And this one.
Greetings.
Amazing clickery as always. Challenge level impossible. Click on Deckard Cain. A stationary target. Let's see. I almost died there because I whirled through the middle of Lightning Enchanted guy while under conviction. I did change my gear since the last video. I added this 4 to maximum damage, fast run walk, small charm. And this faster run walk, lightning resist 21, large charm. And I removed a faster run walk, lightning resist 30, grand charm.
I am overburdened.
Good to see you.
Throwing spear I can check. And the hand sights for water wallets. Alright.
Good day.
Greetings.
What is my Act 1 map? It's about probably better to go to Farah. Did I go to my stash? Yes. In some of the earlier What I Found in 200 Runs videos, I showed a few set items that weren't really remarkable because I wasn't sure how many items would actually show up in 200 runs. And now I know there's generally going to be enough that I only have to show the stuff that I actually think is, at least at some level, worth mentioning. So like my Venus diadem, now I already have a bunch of it and it's relatively easy to find. And I don't know that it's any different than the modern version. And that's kind of the main thing that makes a lot of these items interesting, is their difference from the modern version. Ring. Wrong version to be excited over a ring, though. "24 magic find." There was something. Let's see, I think glowing orbs and all sorceress orbs in this version cannot get sockets. Even if you ask Larzuk to give them sockets, they will get no sockets. I don't even know if Larzuk will accept it as an input. I would guess that he does, but I'm not sure. I suppose it might also be interesting to see, since Charcy's Imbue will accept crafted items as input, would she accept crafted quest items as input? Like a Kalim's Flail, which you can craft, but it has no affix pool. My guess is that she would accept it, but I don't know. They broke my weapon.
I can't carry anymore.
Lion helm. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Good day.
Forgot to put this in the stash. Yeah, I think I only am going to plan on finishing filling this stash full of junk and then ending the stream. So, no, it's cold outside today. And then I'll record the 200 runs drops video. Soul rune, let's see. I think it's Shay that goes for the gloves. What did I pick up? Kuhab. Or
I am
something.
overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Hello.
I'll have to look it up, but I think it's Shay that's the
Good day.
crafting rune for the glove. And Saul is for the boot that I no longer craft. Because I learned that the blood boots cannot get bugged lifesteal. Jewel.
I can't carry anymore.
What is this?
Stay a while and listen.
Mm-hmm. "28 life, 2 magic find." Getting a lot of jewels this time, which is good, but unusual.
I am overburdened.
I'm sure you feel that way. Let's see, I'm coming up to the end, I think. Not quite. Razor bow.
I am overburdened.
Greetings.
Smoking razor bow. I don't even know if there is a rare belt that I would actually keep. So I don't know why I picked them up. I guess it's just habit from playing Classic, probably. Okay, the razor bow. I don't know what the death mask was doing there.
Stay a while.
The razor bow is a potential for a low-level dueling trophy. Because Larza can give it 4 sockets, it could potentially beat Robo Bow. Not that I know really what a Robo Bow is, I just know that it can beat it. I mean, I know that a Robo Bow is a bow that it's like superior, it has sockets. I just don't know what you would put in the sockets. Because I am not a duelist.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, let's go get rid of some of this junk. Large charm.
Good to see you.
Greetings.
6 to minimum damage, 4 to strength. I think that's a keep but never use. Okay, what did I grab? Razor bow. Sure.
Stay a while and listen.
Where are my fingers? It's an interesting question. Okay, identify this stuff and then mule off and call it a day. Yep. Close that. Open this. This guy. Look at this. Here's what racking circlets does. 66 items, any armor, helm, circlet. Look at that. I racked a lot of circlets. They're all different. So I think 1 in 200 to get a circlet, or to get a set. So 66 of these times 200, whatever that comes up to. And I still got no meaningful 320 circlets. So that'll give you the idea of your odds there. I got some 320 circlets, but they weren't good. It would be like 3 to Barbarian Combat Masteries, 20 cast rate. Oh, thanks. 3 to Druid Shapeshifting, 20 cast rate. Oh, perfect. So, that's going to be